Well, Keefe D is still locked up. They actually granted him a $750,000 bail, which if he pays that, he can get house arrest.
Mm-hmm.
But last I checked, he can't come up with that type of money.
Yeah, and I said to myself, when I saw that, when I read it, I said, oh, man, that's cool. He's going to be able to come home. Because I was thinking he had that. So I called all the homies. You know, we all know each other. And I called the crew, and they said what you said. They said he don't have it. But they was also mad that he took the celebrity thing so far to put himself in that position. Like, I really called deep into the crew, you know, from Cleveland on, and because people are different places there. And they were very upset that he put himself in this situation because he didn't have to open his mouth. He didn't have to say anything. He could have just been quiet. And like I said, you know,
he'd be out right now if he didn't do any interviews or write a book.
Nothing.
Really, it's the book that set it all off.
Yeah, you didn't have to do anything. And I like that people listen to when you talked about last time about the disclaimer about when they come on your show. People really was listening to that. But what I also tell people too when I'm traveling, I said, Vlad asks questions. You have the right to shut up.
Yeah.
But what people do, they want to impress you, right? They want to impress because you're big out here, Vlad. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing else. I don't care how many other podcasts come. It's Vlad. And they want to impress people. They know people going to watch it. I get people every now and then, can you get me on Vlad? I got a criminal story I know he'll like. And I tell them, Vlad, don't do that. I
don't do random criminal.
I said, I
get a lot of those requests.
I said, I don't get in Vlad's business.
Yeah,
I said, me and Vlad are friends.
Yeah.
I don't get in his business.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely sad when you see situations like Keefe D because yes, Greg Kading put out the video, you know, put out the audio and everything else like that. And from my point of view, what I think is that Keefe wanted to defend himself. When the audio came out of him cooperating and, you know, telling on his nephew Orlando and everything.
Oh, I didn't know that. What happened?
Oh, you know the story?
No.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Wow, I didn't know this. Okay, well, let me hear this.
Okay, so Keefe D was a person of interest in the Tupac case.
Okay.
You know, people that knew placed him in the car.
Right.
So when Greg Kading from LAPD took on the murder case, he knew that Keefe was a key person in this case. So he started, you know, following and investigating Keefe, and he found that he had a whole PCP operation. Right? So once they got all the pieces put together, okay, the PCP is here, and this is his role in the operation. They went to his house, and they said, hey, we're going to arrest you for this PCP case, or you can come talk to us and possibly make a deal. So they met up with him at his lawyer's office. One of the cops had a secret recording device on them, which some people think is not legal, but it actually is.
Okay.
When you talk to police, they can record you at any point.
Okay. Yeah,
your
they do
privacy,
tell you. Yeah.
Your privacy is out the window.
Yeah, they do say anything you
even
say.
if you don't see them recording it, it can still be recorded. And
okay, I didn't know that. Good
it is what it is.
Okay.
So they basically explained to him that they offered him something called a proffer agreement, which said, look, we know about this PCP case, but we really want to know about the Tupac case. So tell us everything you know about the Tupac murder. And we already know a lot of stuff ourselves, if we see that it's all truthful, we will not prosecute on the PCP case.
Wow.
So he talked about exactly, you know, for hours, he talked about the whole situation. Put himself in the car, passed the gun to Orlando, what led up to it, everything else like that. After Greg Kading, you know, and he was able to walk away from the PCP case. Right?
Okay.
They also tried to get him to wear a wire with Eric Von Zip.
Yes.
They flew him out. They had the plane tickets, everything else like that. But they figured that Zip was just a little bit too savvy to go meet with someone he hasn't seen for years and suddenly talk about a murder case.
Right, yeah. Zip is my man. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
So ultimately, after Greg Kading left the force, he went to Keefe house and said, I'm going to release this audio. Just so you know, I'm writing a book and doing a documentary, and I'm releasing this. And Keefe's like, well, do what you got to do.
Okay. So Keefe didn't write the book. Someone else wrote the book.
No, Keefe did write a book.
Okay.
After Greg Kading put some of the audio out and everything else like that, then Keefe decided to write a book on his own.
Okay.
And then my interview happened right after that book got written.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and that's what I mean when from John Gotti, let's make sure we're clear, ladies and gentlemen, to some of the most notorious gangsters in the world, everybody got locked up because they talked too much.
Yeah. And most people usually do it to themselves.
Yes.
It's what I feel is more of a rarity for someone else to put you in prison.
Right.
Usually you're the star of that show.
Absolutely.
You know, even my friend Taxstone, I remember when I talked to his lawyer, yes, there was witnesses and Troy Ave got on the stand and whatever, but the jury wasn't really buying it. But apparently Taxstone had a phone in Rikers. And he started getting on Discord and he started talking about the crime, and they were able to get those messages. And then those were shown to the jury. And the jury member said that's really what buried him. And now he got 25 years.
Tax had a phone.
Taxstone had a phone. And he was talking about his case to somebody on the phone and admitting to certain things in those text messages.
They caught him slipping. Because you young people, they got a machine in.
It could capture all that.
They could capture it. You may think you're getting away.
Yeah. No, listen, and I've had conversations with Taxstone over that phone, but I've always been like, I know this could potentially be bugged, so let me not say nothing.
Yeah, like I don't understand why they got tech. I saw it on the news yesterday. You know, I'm staying way out. They don't send cars no more to the crime scene. They send the things in the sky.
The drones?
The drones.
Yeah.
And people are running and hiding, right? The drones now have infrared. They standing there, miles away.
Yeah. You don't even know they're there.
Watching